BD Somani International School presents the Edelweiss Pirates.
Adolf Hitler addresses a rally of 50,000 members of the Hitler Youth.
They are representing the 8 million members across the country.
Come. How do you spell sabotage?
You've got to be kidding me.
For God's sake, Jürgen.
S A D O T A G
E.
E. Can you spell Hitler?
Oh, yes.
Okay, remember the processes for Hitler's war and don't use quotation marks.
Hide!
Vorwärts, mitten die hellen Fanfaren.
Following the delegation, the project, music and culture awards, 29th March 1939. The Right Music Examination Office had declared the 40 musical awards as undesired and harmful.
Publishing, distributing, or performing these works is
Forbidden in the German Reich. The lament was your glory and my glory.
swinging high and swinging low, swing forces.
Adolf Hitler's red flower is a simple Edelweiss.
Swing low,
And all of the works by each and every Negro and Jewish musicians.
Oberbaum's Schroff, is Adolf Hitler's favorite flower the simple Edelweiss?
What about it?
Is it not his favorite flower then?
I cannot speak for the Führer on what he considers to be his favorite flower, though I believe all indigenous flora and fauna of the German Reich are dear to his heart. But there is no official statement on the matter from the party. Therefore, the matter in this instance is closed.
And the statement Adolf Hitler's favorite flower is the simple Edelweiss stand.
It's It's my favorite flower. I know all the words by heart. Adolf Hitler, Lieblings bloom, ist das sweet, Edelweiss.
What? I can arrest you for that. Do you want to end up in prison?
Will having the words in my head be a crime?
Yes. Unlearn them. Learn some martial party songs, and then we will eventually eliminate the words from your head.
And my grandmother?
Must do the same. Come in. Your hair is too long.
I thought I could use it as a weapon on the battlefield to trip up our enemies. Overcomer shots further?
Clever, aren't you, Ackerman?
No, that's not what they say in school. But I'll tell them you think so.
You think this is funny? Power. I expect all members of my unit to show proper respect of the standards of National Socialism. If you have no respect for yourselves, you have no respect for the country, the people, or the firm. These transgressions won't just reflect badly on you,
But will have to be taken up with your family as well.
My father fell for this fatherland at Stalingrad. Overcomer shots further.
then you, of all people, should follow his example.
But the Russians have it back now.
What?
Overcomer shots further.
What?
Stalingrad. Overcomer shots further.
What about it?
You want me to follow my father's footsteps and fall for the fatherland?
We will retake Stalingrad. Have no fear of that. Then our armies will be knocking on the gates of Moscow.
Then should I wait till we retake it? Or till we're at the gates of Moscow? Before I sacrifice myself for the book, right and further.
You doubt an ultimate victory, power.
No, Overcomer Shastra. I want to die. I just don't know when and where.
Any more insubordination, and you will find it happening sooner rather than later. Heil Hitler!
Heil Hitler!
Dismissed!
You've got to watch it, Mama.
What?
Don't talk about the statue of the British army. Get it?
That is what mother said to concentration camp. I'm not kissing anyone's ass. Despite that little Nazi shit.
We're not telling you to. We're just saying fade into the background a bit.
When are we going to do something about them, huh? I'm fed up of painting slogans on walls and sticking pamphlets to letterboxes.
You've got to be patient.
Be patient, be patient. That's all I ever hear. Well, I'm fed up of being sounding patient.
You're no good to anyone stuck in prison.
I'm no good sat on my ass now. I want to do something. I want to start hurting them.
I never knew anything different. I was born in
1927.
Hitler and the Nazis. They were all I ever knew. Flags and uniforms.
It was fun at first. The marching, going on camping trips. My parents weren't too happy about it, but they didn't say anything.
They couldn't. It wasn't until 1938. Kristallnacht. You made to attack the Jews, their businesses, synagogues, anything.
Throw stones in that. Everyone was afraid. My parents didn't want me to go, but I went anyway. I wanted to be with my friends. But amongst all that crashing, shouting, and violence, all I could think of was how my parents had always told me, never
Never do throw
stones.
stones.
It was dangerous, and I could hurt someone. I could hurt someone. All that night, that's all I could think of. And suddenly I knew that this was wrong.
That these leaders, the ones bringing us out on the streets, that they were wrong. They were adults, and they were telling us to do and shout these terrible things.
They even laughed when we did it. It wasn't right, and I just knew it. But I did throw stones at first.
on everything they taught me. They never knew. But my parents did.
These adolescents, aged between 12 and 17, hang around late in the evening with musical instruments and young, impressionable females.
They like to indulge in mixed gender hiking and camping trips and sing songs.
Since this riffraff is in a large part outside the Hitler Youth and adopts a hostile attitude to the organization, they represent a danger to young people.
There is a suspicion that it is these youths who have covered the pedestrian subway with slogans.
Down with Hitler!
Down with Hitler!
Medals for murder!
Medals for murder!
Down with Nazi brutality!
Down with Nazi brutality!
However, often these inscriptions are removed.
Within a few days, new ones appear on the walls.
I'm glad you came. I don't know what I would have done if you hadn't. I know I'm being selfish.
You? I'm the one that's left everyone behind. Abandoned everyone.
No, you didn't. Don't think that way, Benji. It's what your parents wanted. Okay, it's what I wanted. But they understood.
Did you see them leave?
Yes, and I followed them all the way to the station. They have my address. I'm sure they'll write as soon as they can.
I don't know if I have the strength to do this.
Yes, you can. You can do this. For them. For your sisters.
But to just disappear. Go underground. Can you do this?
Of course.
Have you thought about it? I mean, really thought about what it is we're gonna do?
I wouldn't have it any other way. I hate the way we're living. The way we treat each other. The suspicion. The fear. I hate what they've done to you.
Well, how do you like your new home?
I'm glad you're safe.
I'm sorry we couldn't bring our parents as well. But we have contacts with the railways, so we know exactly where they're being resettled.
Thanks. Thanks.
So, what have you got planned? Isn't it a bit early for that, Claudia? Benji's only just got here.
It's alright, Petra. It's alright. She's right. But first, we need to make sure that we can trust the others. And I mean absolutely sure.
So, no one with parents in the party then?
I'll go now then. Shut up!
No. I didn't mean you.
Who did you mean then?
We can't blame everyone because of what their parents think. Even my father thought that Hitler was good for the country. Now, he's on his way to a resettlement camp in the east. We just have to be careful. Nobody must know about this apartment or what happened to me. As far as anyone else is concerned, I have been resettled with my parents. Dito, whose is this place?
He's my cousin's. He's serving in Russia. He let the block letter know that I'd be using it while he was away.
And what if he comes back on leave?
He's married now. He's got a place in Berlin. Either ways, I let the block letter know that I'll be using it for Hitler youth meetings.
And he believed you?
Of course he did. My cousin's a hopster for the SS.
Good.
The place above is bomb damaged, unlivable. The flat on this side too, which leaves the one below. And that's Herschel's, and he's deaf! And he's deaf! There's a window in the bathroom that leads out into the well area. I've got a rope there for a quick getaway if the need arises.
From there, a sewer outlet, right into the street systems.
Okay, just stay away from the windows during the day and keep the noise down to a minimum. And only use the radio when me or the others are around.
And what about going outside?
maybe at night. Daytimes are out of the question.
You said yourself you have to start being extra careful.
People say the Gestapo have got the Jews. Hunting Jews on the streets.
Good. You're here. Now at last, we can get on planning with what we're doing next. What was that for?
For being you, straight to business. We need to show those fools that there's someone else in the ring again.
We just have to be careful.
Look what happened to the Shawns.
That's why we have to hit them hard. No more bloody pamphlets.
Letting people know the truth is as important as fighting on the streets.
Pamphlets are for kids.
We are kids.
All over Europe, there's armed resistance. We need to let the Allies know that there are people here that can fight back too.
And how are you going to do that?
With this.
Where the hell did you get that from?
I took it off a Nazi. Now, I want to use it on one.
You get your chance. We all will. I just want to make sure that all of you know what you're getting yourselves into. You know what will happen if we're caught. So make sure you're getting into this for the right reasons. If anyone would like to back out now, I'd understand. We all will. Who's in?
My father is a Nazi.
My father is a Nazi. He always has been. Right from the beginning. I never knew what he was like before Hitler's time.
My grandmother tells me he was a quiet young man. I find that hard to believe. She said the Kaiser's war changed him. When he came back, he was always unhappy because he'd lost so many comrades. Uselessly. They all came back to nothing. To chaos, she said. That's why he took to Hitler and the Nazis. He believed that Hitler could give us back our self-esteem.
Hitler said we could hold our heads high in the world again.
Everybody worked. Nobody went without it. He's so proud of his uniform. My mother,
Went away. They argued a lot. She didn't like Hitler. She didn't want my father to be so involved with the party. Party won in the end.
and they made me stay with my father, said,
She is an unfit mother.
She is an unfit mother.
I can't forgive my father because he knows it's wrong. He knows that these people are morally corrupt. He's very intelligent, but he believes so much in them that he's willing to sacrifice everything for it, even as humanity. I think that's his greatest crime. That he knows it's wrong, but continues to go along with the lies. I'm not like him.
I'm not like him.
I'm not like him. A lot of my
it is imperative that we all realize that following this lunatic can only bring death and destruction to the country.
You're getting good at this, Claudia. You're mad! Go on down to the shutter before you're all killed.
We're not going anywhere without you, Benji.
We'll be together, even unto death.
That is a very romantic notion, Dito. But you see, large bombs make a very messy bedfellows.
Alright, Claudia, let's get these out while the raid's still on.
I'm coming as well.
You're not. It's one thing getting us caught,
How
but
many crimes can they kill me for? Distributing leaflets and being a Jew? They can only chop off my head once.
hey, don't say that, Benji.
Ow! I'll be fine.
Benji, no.
I'm coming. So don't try to stop me. It's the only time I'll ever get out of this rat hole.
Alright. Claudia, go with Petra. I'll take Benji with me. And look out for Jürgen. He's on his way with someone.
What?
Here?
Who? What is he thinking of? He knows not to bring strangers here. We said no one else comes here. This is just for Benji. We can't have more than 2 people here at the same place at the same time. It's too dangerous. It's out of the question. Tell him no.
It's only for a few days. Then we sort something else out.
It's not fair. It puts Benji at risk. It puts us all at risk. They should have gone through the group first.
He didn't have time. He got a message through to me and I said it was fine.
Why couldn't anyone else take it, huh?
They're hiding or arrested.
More reason we should be sticking together. The city is crawling with informers. Who even is it? Has anyone vouched for him? Talk about his background.
He's a soldier.
Oh!
He doesn't want to go back to the front.
That tells us nothing. There are plenty of Nazis who will do anything to avoid being sent back to Russia. Claudia is right. He could be Gestapo. Tell him no.
I've already told Jürgen to bring him.
Benji! What do you think?
We can't turn people away. It's not who we are. Let him stay. I don't mind sharing for a couple of days.
Thought it'd be safer to come in during the raid. This is Rutger Schreiner.
What the hell do you think you're playing at, Jürgen? Bringing strangers here?
What?
I'm sorry, I
Hang on a minute. Since when have you been the ones making decisions?
Since about the same time that you started bringing in strangers here without them being vetted by all of us first.
I thought it's what we do. We help people.
We do. But when we're all taking the risk, we make the decisions together.
There was no time.
Then you should have made time! Or said no. It's when we start bending rules, mistakes happen. And we cannot afford mistakes!
Shh. It's all right, both of you. He's here now, and he's very welcome. Jürgen, why don't you introduce us to your friend?
This is Rutger Schreiner.
We don't need to know surnames.
Look, I'm sorry. If this is going to be a problem, I can leave.
Stay where you are. I'm Petra.
I'm Dieter.
Claudia.
And this is Benji.
There! I bet that made you feel very welcome. Come in, take a seat. Don't bother yourselves with the bombs. We have a special dispensation from Mr. Churchill. He's promised not to bomb this place. But as you can tell, the news hasn't really filtered through to the pilots yet, so.
You're in contact with the Allies?
Of course! Mr. Churchill would never do anything without consulting us first.
Really?
He's joking, Rutger.
Somebody offer our guests a drink. You do drink alcohol. We do. Don't worry, we shunned it from the authorities. They're far too busy these days to concern themselves with underage drinkers.
Thanks.
Jürgen, why don't you get our guests a drink? I think drinks all around.
parties required for German glory.
He's absolutely right.
Let's purify the nation.
Purified through brutality.
Preposterous.
Democracy is essential for human
Who
rights.
cares about democracy? We are in debt.
So what is it?
First of all, how to bring about revolution. Then, how to combat the Nazis. And then it all went quiet. No more open talk of Russia or Comrade Stalin.
Then suddenly our world was whispered, shadowed, hidden.
The worry of my parents every time there was a knock on the door. It's as if we were waiting for them to arrive. They were always expected, anticipated. Then one day, they did come.
I was playing with my friends across the hall.
The boots came up the stairs,
I saw them coming.
climbing up. The black boots, the shiny boots. They stopped outside our apartment and knocked. I knew inside the apartment my parents would have told to the door instantly. Knew they would have told to each other. Knew my father's look would have told my mother not to worry. But his always reassuring look. But not this time. I saw the door open. Heard my mother screaming. My father on the floor. Blood pouring from his nose and mouth. As the shiny boots came up on his face and body. My mother, she dragged around by her hair, screaming. My father looked at me as he passed.
I never saw them again. We were both shot in the jaw.
You must have had wars in Russia.
What?
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
I'm sorry.
In Russia?
All over. I wasn't in one place long enough to remember the name. We started somewhere near Kursk. I know that. And ended up somewhere unpronounceable in Poland.
Are you hungry? Do you like sausage? I think we might have some sausage. Petra! Why don't you get Rutger some sausage? And some bread. It's a deal, I'm afraid.
Thank you. All of you. I don't want to put any of you in danger. I appreciate what you're all doing for me.
And what is it we're doing for you? What has Jürgen told you about us?
Nothing.
Give him a break, Petra. He's just saying thanks.
Alright, who's gonna help me out with these? Benji, are you still coming?
No, I think I'll stay now.
Suit yourself. You and you. Let's get this lock shifted.
What are they?
What do you think?
You don't like what's written?
Nothing wrong with what's written, but
What?
they're just words, aren't they?
Words are one of the few weapons at our disposal.
Yeah, but what real harm can leaflets do?
They're a reminder that not everyone's willing to follow them blindly.
You think that after what they've done, they'll worry about what a few people have to say on leaflets?
They're scared of words, Rutger. You see, words are one of the things which leave them vulnerable. They expose their lives, and they're powerless against them. See, that's why they went to so much effort to control them in the first place. Because then after they realized that they couldn't, they burnt them. Turned them to ash.
I don't know. I'm just a soldier. I don't really know about words or politics.
How can you say you're just a soldier?
It's what I am. I do what I'm told to do. And I go where they send me.
But you don't, do you?
But what?
You don't go where they send you.
I don't know what you mean.
Well, that's why you're here, with us. Because by not going back to the front, you made a political statement.
I didn't.
You just did. You said you follow orders.
Yeah.
So, did you have orders which told you to desert?
No.
So, you made a political statement by not going back to the front.
All I'm saying is that I didn't want to die in Russia.
In today's day and age, if that's not a political statement, I don't know what is. You haven't eaten your sausage. You don't like sausage? We might have some cheese. Petra, do we have any cheese?
How old are you lot?
16.
17.
I'm 16.
Dieter's 18, Claudia's 17, and Jürgen, how old Jürgen?
About 6 in the head.
So do you do all this yourself then? Write these pamphlets and that? Or are there grown-ups involved? What's so funny?
We're not laughing at you, Rutger. It's just...
No. We are laughing at you.
It's just the idea of grown-ups.
Making sure we wash our hands after printing. Or wear an apron if we decide to attack the photo with ink. Oh God.
You're just kids. I'm glad you find me amusing.
See, Rutger, we're not laughing at you. It's just the idea of having adults involved in what we do.
Well, obviously, just not us.
No, Rutger, we don't have any grown-ups involved.
So then what are you? Anarchists, communists, Christian Democrats?
God forbid, no! We're the Edelweiss Pirates, the Navajos of Cologne. I thought you knew.
You're just kids.
That's as may be, but they're still scared of us.
Scared enough to hunt us down.
Either way, Rutger, they're scared. And we are going to oppose them. Read that back to me.
Dear Mrs. Jessler, I hope that this letter finds you and your family well. Before I say anything else, I must say, your little doggy Benji is very happy and in good spirits. But I still think he misses you dreadfully. Then what were I?
I'm sick and tired of pretending to be a dog. Okay, right. The bombing continues here. But I'm sure that Hitler will lead us all to a final victory. What's the bloody point? I'm lying to them. They're probably lying to me. Hitler's lying to everyone. Okay. Isn't it terrible, Mrs. Strasser, that it takes a war like this for us to realize that those who love us are children, our family, our loved ones, but you can't be with us. Dear Mrs. Dresser, I'd like to share a few words with you. That my son wrote. And I believe these are words that every mother should hear from their son. Dear mother, he wrote,
Dear mother, though it feels like a vast emptiness separates us, I've never felt as close to you as I do now in these dark times. Nor has the love I feel for you, Papa and the girls, ever been stronger. I don't want to add to your sadness, but it hurts in every part of my body to think about you and what you may all be going through. I only wish I could be there, so I might share some of the burden. Mother, I love you with every sinew of my body, with every breath I take, for making me who I am. I only have the strength to do what I do because of you and your love for me. Dear mother, my only wish is that we can all be together again soon. That I can look into your beautiful face, see you smile at me, and know that all will be well. Mother, I kiss your face and pray that God take care of you all. Your loving son, Benjamin Dressler.
your loving son, Friedrich.
January 20th, 1942, Berlin, Wannsee Conference was to coordinate the final solution. There was little doubt about what the final solution was, but Reinhard Heydrich made it clear that it meant the total annihilation of the Jews through a combination of forced labor and mass murder.
June 2nd, 1942, the SS and German police deport approximately 58,087 Jews from the Greater German Reich to Theresienstadt.
41,783 from Germany. 15,266 from Austria.
611 from Switzerland.
310 from Luxembourg. 117 from Danzig.
Between October 26, 1942 and October 28, 1944, the SS and German police deport approximately 58,750 Jews in 27 townships. Fewer than 3,000 survived.
Extermination begins in Belgium. By the end of 1942, almost 600,000 Jewish men, women, and children were murdered.
It is actually true that the Jews have to speak, disappeared from Europe, and that the Jewish reservoir of the East, for which centuries has beset the people of Europe, ceased to exist. But the fervor of the German people prophesied what now has come to pass.
Good?
The yellow star.
It's only lately we had to wear the star. What?
You didn't know I was a Jew?
I didn't think there were any left, but it don't bother me.
It should do. It should bother you that a portion of your fellow citizens have been robbed of the right to vote, to work, to own businesses, to educate their children. Not allowed to sit on a park bench, swim in a lake, and if that wasn't enough, we've been robbed by the state, forced to live in a foreign country. But none of that would bother you in the slightest.
Where were they sent? Your family.
The recent dot.
Well, count your lucky stars that you're not there.
Why should I count myself lucky?
What?
You just said I should count myself lucky that I'm not in the recent dot.
I mean, well, you're here in Cologne. You didn't have to leave.
But you said not there, as if you knew what there was like.
It's just a word, isn't it?
What's so terrible about there? Do you know the recent dot? Have you been?
What's it with all these questions? Who are you to interrogate me?
You haven't answered my question. You made a statement about my lucky escape from Terrasendal. What are you hiding?
Nothing. Everyone's heard the stories.
And what stories would those be?
Well, not stories. More rumors. They're just rumors. You know what's happening with your lot, Jews and that.
What's that got to do with Terrasendal?
I mean, well, your parents, they're there, aren't they?
Are they? What do you know about it?
Oh, nothing.
I said, what do you know?
Nothing, alright? I was there, and it's all fake. They're just keeping them there. It's all fake, alright?
What do you mean?
They're being sent there all the time. Thousands of them. It's a transit camp. Most people aren't there for a long time. Only the important Jews get to stay. Artists, politicians and that. Maybe some military veterans.
You're lying!
I'm not.
How do you know all this?
I told you. You hear things. What are you doing?
Not good enough! Answer me!
I don't have to say anything to you!
Answer me!
I'll tell the others what you're doing!
Do you want to end up on the street with a sign saying you're a deserter? Oh!
You can't do that!
Answer me!
Alright, I was there, alright? Happy now? I know it's true, because I was there!
What's going on?
Reggie, what are you doing?
Blood type tattoo! He's in the SS!
Put that thing away!
No, I was there, I was with them, but I ran away.
Liar! You dirty lying pig!
Put that thing away!
He's SS!
I don't care! I said put it away! If that thing goes off, it'll be more than the neighbors banging on the bloody door! You! Off the floor! In the chair! Now, you'd better tell us who you really are!
We were sent because we were available. We were on our way east anyway. We didn't know.
We walked through the streets, thinking no time for you. Familiar streets, all was normal. Everything was how it should have been, except for us. They watched as we passed, never said a word, just watched in silence as we walked.
We were at the Dewsbury train station. We waited. My brother played.
We were so happy. We'd only been here before when we went on vacation. That's what my parents told him. We were going on holiday.
Wow!
My father cried when he told him.
It was loud and cold. It was so cold and there were dogs barking, soldiers shouting, screaming, the children crying. They forced us down off the train. Hit us, men, women and children. I
adult. The pickup transport. You know, guarded. I knew it was a resettlement camp. They were all German.
You're lying!
I'm not. And it's not just Darshan. There are other places as well. I've seen it. I've seen how they kill them.
I believe it. I know what they're capable of.
These trains from Darshan, when did they start?
A couple months ago.
Benji, when was the last time you went to your parents?
One day, we were all called together. People in my area who've been bombed out and lost everything as well. They took us to a warehouse. It had clothes and rails, clothes for every occasion, all weathers, shoes of every description. I got a lovely new coat. The kids were fitted with everything as well. Nice stuff and all, not rubbish. Then, I noticed that all the children's clothes had a huge star sewn on them. My coat did too. It wasn't there, mine, but you could see the outline of where one had been. I looked around the room. All the other women had noticed it too. We looked at each other. I mean, what were we expected to do?
We had nothing.
Lost all of it in the bombing.
No one said anything. We just started ripping the stars off as we left. As we left, I looked around. The floor was covered in them. Carpeted it was. Yellow juice stars. 100. Oh dear God, there were 100.
For God's sake, Benji! Come on! Leave it now!
No!
Benji, now! Run!
Come on, Benji! You have to go! Now!
Benji, come on! Leave it now! It's fine! We can do something!
Benji! This isn't the way! Get away from me!
Oh God! Logan! Are you okay?
What the hell are you still doing here? Go, all of you! For God's sake, leave the lot of you. Benji, if you don't go now, I'll shoot you myself.
Give that to me!
Get away from me!
I'll finish it all right! Just go!
No, go away, please.
It's all right. You can leave the words with me now.
the 10th of November 1944 in Cologne, Ehrenfeld, 13 members of the so-called Ehrenfeld group were publicly hanged without trial in front of hundreds of curious onlookers. In them were 6 members of the Edelweiss Pirates: Gustav Bermel, 17, Adolf Schutz, 18, Bethel Schenk, 17, Gunther Schwartz, 16, and Johann Miller, 16.
Let me call upon stage all the actors. All the actors be on stage, please. Come forward, come forward, come forward. If you're going, okay, come ahead, come ahead. Come to the, yeah, good. Thank you. A line, please, better. Thank you. Give space. Yeah. Thank you. Take a bow and